For over 6 months, I've been following up with the rehabilitation and expansion project of the Murtala International Airport, and I document and showcase the progress of the work every week. It's absolutely amazing to see how far they've come. This week it's 6 months already, guys. Like, it's 6 months already that I've been documenting the work so far. And I just want us to reminisce on the humble beginnings of it all and take notable notes of all that has been done, all that was promised, and see if it is being fulfilled. So for me, I'll say this is like a 6 months recap, where we get to review and evaluate, the progress thus far, see what was done, just like I used to say, how it is being done, and how they started it actually. What structures were there before they were, pulled down. At the beginning of this entire thing, some people were arguing with that big English word, rehabilitation, reconstruction. Some people were saying, why are they not going to bring it to the carcass? Along the line now, as far as we've come now, we've gotten to see what they were doing. We see that it actually brought down everything to its concrete core. There were doubts in the beginning, but now we're seeing the progress, and we are checking for ourselves and seeing that you know everything is still going on as it's supposed to be at the moment. We were told that the terminal will be stripped to its concrete core, and we witnessed it during the long weeks of demolition. At that point, it was like a confused point for me. I didn't have the plan. I didn't know what was going on. I didn't know, what they wanted to do, and it was looking like nothing great was happening. A lot of people felt this way too, obviously, but week in, week out, those weeks tested my patience personally. But today, seeing the progress so far, it taught me not to always doubt the good that my country can be, on the fault. Before we continue in this 6 months review, this is the top of the tower, and for me personally, I really really love to see how this would later turn out to by the time they are done with it. I'd like us to do like a quick check on the elements, or would I say structures, that have been put in place for the airport to even look this way. Remember, they did like a kind of would I say structural strengthening at the basement, because it carried some foundations that they used to extend other columns that now carried some other structures before it could stand up to this point. So from the temporary departure terminal that made life so easy and facilitated continuous operations even when evacuation was going on, to the over 130 pile foundations that were constructed, about 34 piers, and that same number of pile caps. Then we have about 68 columns. Then if 9 precast beams would link one column to the other, then we're going to exclude the foundations at the link bridge, and we should have about 200 precast beams, not to even mention all the reinforcements in their different sizes that were used to form the framework of all these elements. Speaking of the temporary departure terminal, for me personally, I think it has been very functional, and for it to be this sophisticated as a temporary provision, and I can't wait to see what the inside of the finished Terminal 1 building would look like by the time it's completed. Today's recap will not stop us from our regular site tour, because, of course, we have to stay updated and not carry any week over. Despite the rain, work didn't stop here. As a matter of fact, if work paused a bit outside when it started raining, work inside never stops, especially those working on the floors. It's amazing to see the level of dedication that Everyone here does their work. Yes. If I was to summarize what's happening as a list, it would include continuation of the road networks, setting out and drilling the remaining five foundations. I think five foundation 12, 13, and 14 precisely. Finishing up with the bridge section. This is the on ramp area, like you're coming into Terminal 1 from outside. This is the on ramp area. Fabrication and assembling of the steel structure at the E wing. Subgrade activities and landscaping. You know, setting out compartments in the Terminal 1. You know, construction of the transit hub at the D wing, and a whole lot of other activities that is keeping the momentum steady. This is like taking us to way back how it all started. You know, you already know what is standing here now in the current videos. This is the link building from uh, Terminal 2 to the Siamo car park. This was the access route that was created to take you from, like you're coming into the airport into the temporary departure terminal. Were access routes, temporary access routes that were created. So this recap would help those that are just joining to have a feel of what has been going on or how they actually got where they are now. So if you're just joining us, please welcome to the family. Feel free, drop your comments, engage with the content, and please share, please like, please don't also forget to subscribe. You're welcome. I remember there used to be a temporary arrival pickup spot during the old direction and stuff. So this used to be the arrival pickup, but it's not there anymore because even there's now a new entrance. This used to be the old Terminal 2 entrance. Over the next few clips, you see some before and after videos of the construction, and so that at least we can just enjoy the view. This particular one here was before the backfilling. That's the retaining wall. And now here it's been backfilled to this level. This is another level that they are currently on, and then after this there was another one which I showed us in my last week's video. This was the platform, and all the reinforcements before there was anything major, and now it's looking like this. We have everything covered to detail. Down here you can see the earth, you know being prepared. This was sometimes in I think towards the end of May, but now a lot of work has been done here, and it's not even looking like this. It's more than this. It's better than this. Right now it is looking like this. For this particular section, close to Terminal 2, this was the new entrance before it was completed, and there was no bridge, there was nothing like this. For this area in front of Terminal 1, you can see as at this time they were just doing backfilling and creating the columns and all of that. but now you can see it's gradually taking shape. It's gradually taking shape. The canopy, the columns. This was when they were casting them. This was, the before of that, and now it's all connected. It's making a lot of sense now. Some people requested that I post the model again. Uh, I was trying to tell them that I've posted it before, or why not post it again if I can. So, if at the end of this rehabilitation and expansion and reconstruction of the airport, and our airport actually looks like this, with all the greenery, the horticulture, then it would really make a lot of sense. This was about a week or two ago. I think a week ago or so, but it's actually taller now. You can see I wrote before there. It's looking like this, and I'm sure by the time we do a coverage of this place again, something will have changed. It changes every minute. If you'd recall, I told us last week that this was what was causing the disconnection from Terminal 1 to Terminal 2. But now they already demolished all that place, and now they started piling activities there. Before this got to this stage, it was that, but now this is how the place is now, because they're already done with the cast. Here at Terminal 1, you see what is going on, still continuing with the steel structure. I know this will take it will take a while, but they're making serious progress. They're making serious progress. I know it will take a while, but they're making serious progress. This is actually like the framework, so I can't, like, the finishing will be very, very nice. I know. So you see here at the D wing, there's gonna be like a transit hub that will link Terminal 1 and Terminal 2 together in some kind of way. So I'm still waiting to see how that will function. So I think the transit hub will make passenger flow seamless. That's what I think. It's like a triangular building. That means three ends. Will be connecting. So to and fro and like that. So I think the end goal is just to make the passenger flow seamless. So I climbed up here. I think this is like the fourth floor. I think this is the fourth or fifth floor. I'm not sure, but we can see that the curtain walls have been extended up to this place. I think this is what will carry all those beautiful glass frames that we'll see as the exterior. You know, it will really come out very good. It will come out really nice. This 6 months recap would have been possible if I didn't start 6 months ago. So, uh, if there's something you want to start that you're thinking of how you want to go about it, please just start it. Everything will get better. That's what I learned from this past 6 months, because there's always some set of people or someone that will be there to support you in your journey of purpose. So because you guys have been amazing, and I believe that you know you are here. Most of the people here are just there to intentionally support me, and I really appreciate you so much. Thank you so much. And Mr. Rafa Austin, it's been a while I heard from you. I hope you're well. I hope you're well. This video is actually dedicated to you. I hope you're well. If you see this or you hear this, please respond. Next week, we go again. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you so much. Thank you.